Watcher, today I've got a JD big metal pen. That's what it's called. It may look familiar. So this is based upon a Pilot custom Urushi, which is the bigger one. So not the 845, but which is also Urushi lacquered, but the custom Urushi itself. So it's a big old pen. As the name suggests, it's metal and it's big and it's a pen. Yeah. So let's run through this. On the barrel here, cap ring, you've got 3 stars there and 3 stars there and nothing else. Kind of black band which tapers in there. It's a nice little bevel for the cap closure. You've got a familiar looking Pilot clip, unbranded. Top finial is your black resin plain there. The clip, by the way, is stiff AF, right? It is, you could, that's all you're getting. You got the ball clip in there. I mean, the plus side of that is if you clip it in your shirt pocket, it's secure, but getting it in there can be a little bit of a thingy. And then faux blind cap is not removable, and like your black resin plastic as well. A little cap ring there. Screw cap unscrews in 1, 1/2, 3/4, 1 3/4 there. To reveal your black plastic section, which tapers in a little bit. You've got a nice little gold ring there. Tapers in a little bit and then flare back out, and you've got a number 6 steel nib with a feather design there and JD there. A little bit of scroll work, plastic feed. It's not showing the nib grade on here. It was advertised as a medium. I'm not sure about that. I'll come back to that later. I think it was only advertised with the 1 nib side, which was medium. This was from AliExpress, by the way, so unsure if you can get these anywhere else with a different nib size. But to me, and I haven't done it yet, but to me, looks kind of Yovo sized. So you could swap that out should you so choose, or obviously just bung in a number 6 nib and keep the same feed there. Up to you. Cartridge converter pen. Unscrews, so you've got a kind of the plastic inlay there. Sorry, focus that up for the barrel threads onto metal threads here, which are not the best threads. Don't know if you can see, but just even looking at it, they're not the best quality threads. They're a little bit rough, and there's a little bit. You can see there's a little bit of plastic probably from the inside where it's just started to churn up a little bit, and I'll come back to that as well. Converter included. As far as I'm aware, standard international or standard Chinese international, don't know. Little O-ring there just to cushion the closure. But I mean, even as I do that, that nearly cross-threaded there. So once you're on, you're okay, but you might want to be a little bit careful. And I'm gonna say the same. I mean, so the cap is got a similar plastic inlay there going onto plastic threads, but similarly, not the best quality threads. I mean, you can quite easily cross thread that. So I worry about the longevity of the cap threads and the barrel threads on this. I don't think that's the best bit of quality put together in the entire world. That said, once it's on, it's nice and secure. You're not getting any rattle in there. So yeah, as the name suggests, like I say, it's a big metal pen. So you've got a metal body, potentially brass, I'm not sure, in there, but it is hefty with a lacquered finish. These come in 3 colours. At time of recording, you've got this nice green one here. You've got a black one, And you've got a dusty black one. Hang on, I'll polish that up for you, man. Yeah, let's be professional about it. You've got a black one, and then you've got like the bright red, which is reminiscent of the vermilion Urushi of a very similar design. Yes, I bought all three. So let's look at some sizes, measurements rather. So it is a JD big metal pen. It may be big metal fountain pen, thinking about it, but that's what it's called. So length, capped, uncapped, posted, 155.8, 136.9. Sorry, for some reason, Alexa started playing something there. Never record near a you know what, yeah, because I don't know how to break this to you. They're always listening, right? So we'll try and carry on without being interrupted. Do apologise. Where was I? Posted 172. Yeah, so it does post securely, but that's massive. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's weighty as well. When you get down to, so the cap itself is 30 grams. Capped weight is 70 grams. It is a heavy pen. Uncapped, you're nearly 40 grams, which is okay. But the cap itself is 30 grams. So you stick that on the back, and with the length, that does add a lot of weight onto the back there. So I'm not sure if you'd want to do that. That's a pretty chunky pen in the hand at any rate, without putting that extra on there. So the barrel starts up 16, tapering down to 14.5 millimeters. And the section is 13.8 up here, and then taper it into 12.6, and then just flaring back out again before you get to the nib. Cross-threaded again. Just saying. Comparison with some other pens. So barely fits in the slot in my tray there. It's a chunky monkey. So next to a TWSBI Eco, we'll use that as a standardish benchmark. Obviously you can see, pretty girthy, pretty long, right? You've got a Gravitas Sentry over here, Asfine P130, Asfine V169. Other side, you've got a Leonardo Momenta Zero Grande, which is large. And as you can see, this is larger, both in the girth and the length. Pelican M1000, dwarfed. Wingsung 630, which is Mont Blanc 149 size. Wingsung 629, which is Mont Blanc 14... So, did I say 149? 149 size, 146 size. Anoto Magna Classic. So it's by far and away the biggest pen that I have. Obviously, if you have or had the pleasure to hold a custom Urushi, similar to that. So let's see how it writes. So we have JD. Big metal pen. We're going to stick with that. Now, this says medium. It doesn't on the pen, but it did on the listing. I suppose, you know, you could make an argument. It's. Don't be surprised if it's on what you might refer to as a fine. But yeah, there or thereabouts. The ink in here is, I think, Mont Blanc Iris Green. The reason I say I think is because I inked, this one arrived first and I inked it up with, I think, Pineda Verde, and then a few days later this one arrived and I think I inked it up with Mont Blanc Iris Green, but my brain doesn't work sometimes, so it might be the other way around. Hang on. You don't care, do you? Well, I'm just going to have a little... I'm not sure, you know. This might be the Pineda Verde. Anyway, it's got some green ink in it, right? Sorry. I think this is the Pineda Verde. Anyway, yes, flow's okay. A little bit of feedback on this nib. I'll come back to that in a sec. Let's do it quick. Does to keep up okay. It's not skipping or hard starting in there. For wetness, not bad. Not a gusher, but not bad at all. Line variation, not really. Pretty stiff. Maybe squeezing a little bit out of there if you're careful, but it's pretty stiff. You can get a bit. So yeah, I haven't had any skipping issues with this or anything. It's perhaps got just a little bit more feedback than I'd like. Might be being a bit harsh there. Reverse writing. Not bad. A touch scratchy, but not anything tragic. And it does keep going. So as you may have noticed, this I have 3 of these. Because when I went to look at them online, they only had the black, and then I happened to look like the week later and they had the others, so sod it. So this one arrived first, and this nib was misaligned, so I have realigned it by hand now, and it's okay. It's still not the best job in the world. It's better anyway. I might need to have another little play with it, and now I'm almost sure that this is the Mont Blanc Irish Green and this is the Pineda Verde. So this nib was misaligned to the point where it was really scratchy and did not write very well at all, but I don't know, 3 minutes work and it writes okay. And this one is okay. Again, just a little bit more feedback than I'd like. It is okay and it writes. You could have a little tune up, whatnot. There's been nothing tragic. Like I said, the black one was the worst one. It was misaligned. It did still write. It was just very scratchy and misaligned. So should we call that, I don't know, 40% chance, and I know what you're going to say, 33.3, because it's 3 of them, but one of them was, 2 of them were okay. Well, this one was quite good. The red one was okay, and the black one wasn't very good at all. So I'm going to round it to about 40% chance of getting a decent nib, based on my experiences. Okay. So what do I think? I really like the size. Now look, I'm going to zoom back out because it's big. Out. I really like the size. I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go. it's a big, hefty, chunky pen. But you never. I mean, I do like the look of the Pilot Custom Urushi, and one day I might want to stretch to one. But they're expensive, right? So I thought it would be a good opportunity to try for size at any rate, and I really like the size. That section's really comfortable. It's a good. I like a hefty pen, and that's a good. Fits really well. That girth there fits really well in the web of my hand. The weight's nice. I wouldn't post that, but it says 30 grams in that cap. So but that's a good length, girth, weight in my hand. That section's nice and comfortable. If I was going to nitpick, obviously you've got a bit hit and miss with what sort of nib you're going to get out of the box. If you know how to realign tines and have a little tune up, you should be fine. Flow's okay in them. I think the major issue is going to be the cap threads. Just on all of them, you just put that in and you can feel a slight skip / thread jump. So I worry about the longevity of that closure. And similar on the barrel, because you've got roughish metal threads going on to your plastic interior there. So again, as soon as I did that, it wants to cross thread, so I don't know how long. It might not be a lifer, do you know what I mean? But if you wanted to try one out for size, maybe if you were thinking of the more expensive option and you weren't able to get hold of one to try, and you didn't know whether it would suit your hand, it's not a bad shout. For these were £16 something each from AliExpress, so it's not a bad shout to grab hold of one of these and just see if it suits your hand. Would it benefit from a number 8 nib? Yeah, probably, but it's okay. I don't actually think that's too disproportionate, maybe with the whole pen, but it kind of looks okay coming out of the section. I believe the Pilot one is the equivalent, it's the big one, isn't it? The number 30 nib, which I believe is the equivalent to the number 8, because Pilot have their own grading system, but that's nitpicking, really. But yeah, I mean, it's okay as a tryout pen, but just be aware of those issues. Be aware of the cap issues, the barrel issues, potentially. I mean, look, at the minute, it's okay. It closes and everything like that. And it's fine. It's fun. Conversation starter as well, probably. Like, whoa, that's a big pen, man. He's like, I know, right? Yeah, that's how my conversations start, But worth picking one up if you wanted to try out for size, as it were, if you were thinking of a custom Urushi in the future. Hope you found this interesting. Catch you next time, brothers. See you later. Bye-bye.